we're going to now weld some really thin metal. This is 48 thousandths of an inch. I set up a couple Phillip welds. We got a T, a lap. A couple tips when you're welding thin. So generally we pull the gun on thick, so pull plate and push sheet metal. So the thinner stuff you're going to try to push rather than pull. It's not 100% that you have to do that, but it's a good general rule of thumb to follow. And if we're talking about a type A vertical weld, so if we were doing a vertical T, you would definitely want to go downhill. Thinner stuff, you can go faster, have less worry about burning through the actual material than trying to do a vertical up on sheet metal. So I am going to weld these Phillip welds. I'm at 118 inches per minute, and the machine then has me set at 15.7 with the synergic mode. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this lap weld first. So here's our lap weld, and you can see the heat stamp on the back, but it is not burning holes in the metal whatsoever. Okay, so that's just a really simple lap weld with the push rather than a pull. Same thing on a T. And here we have a simple T Phillip weld. You can see the heat stamp, but again, we're not burning through either pieces of base metal here. Okay, so that is a lap and T. All right, so we are going to now do a vertical down Phillip weld, specifically a T. The last two welds I made was a T and a lap, and they were in the flat or horizontal position. Technically they were 2F on the table, and I was at 118 and about 15.7 volts. But what I can do is when I'm doing a vertical down, I can actually jack this number up, even though it's the same, thin material, because I'm running away from my heat. So on vertical downs, I can actually take this up, go up rather significant at about 150 inches per minute and 16.3 volts. And then I'm going to run down, and I got to stay ahead of the puddle or right at the leading edge of the puddle and really just cruise, and you'll have no problem running thin stuff. All right, the beauty of a vertical down weld is that the face or the contour of the weld is typically going to be flat across, whereas if we were doing vertical up, it would definitely become convex, but they flatten out, you can see the straight toes, and it's really quick. So if we're talking about welding sheet metal together out in the industry, we want to be efficient. Vertical down, you can turn your amperage or wire feed speed up, voltage up, and just cruise, and it works great.